I was just at the store buying a couple Bibles to give them out to somebody who might need them. And there was a big line. The cash register or the cashier said, "Hey, opening up another lane. Whoever's next in line, come in line." So it wasn't the people that were next. It was the people that were behind us. They went to the next register. The woman in front of me got really upset. There's a big line and she said, "Oh, I thought I was next in line, but fine, whatever, do whatever you want." And they just come over and give her a funny look, or just turn around and give her a funny look. And I tried to tell her, I'm like, "Wow, that's really rude. I wish they didn't do that," you know. And she's looking at me like I'm part of it or something. I think she was confused at that point. And then they open up another register. And she goes to go to that one, and the cashier didn't see what happened the last couple of minutes. So she goes, "Ma'am, you're not next in line." And she goes, "Well, yeah, I should be because these people cut me off. Like they did it first. That's why they're up there. I'm just doing what they just did, you know." And they told her, "No, you're not next in line. We're not going to take you." So the person behind the register was trying to do the right thing, was trying to keep everything fair for everybody, but she didn't actually see what happened. So the woman in front of me said, "Fine, you don't want to do this, you don't want to ring me out," and just threw all the stuff on the conveyor belt and just walked out. And then they rang me out next, and I was dead last. The whole thing just got really confusing. And the point I'm making is if everybody would think about the other people around them and not just what they want, this stuff wouldn't really happen. There was an episode of The Simpsons, if you remember Flanders. He was the next door neighbor. He was kind of a goofy guy. He was all about Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And there was an episode where people were making fun of him and giving him a hard time. And Homer Simpson said, if everybody was like Flanders, there'd be no need to go to heaven. We'd already be there. And honestly, we could make heaven on earth if we all just loved each other and put each other before ourselves. Because that's truly what love is, you know? And fair is fair and right is right. Don't cut in front of a line. Don't pretend like you didn't do anything. Everything matters. Everything matters. If you're lucky enough or blessed enough to have enough money to go to a Chipotle or even live in a town that has one, there's something weird about that burrito restaurant. If you take a half a step towards the line, the person behind you will take another half a step closer to you. Almost as if they're worried that someone's going to get in between the two of you, or if they think that'll just put more pressure on the people ahead. They're not thinking to themselves, "I'm invading someone's personal space. They can feel me breathing on the back of their neck." They're not thinking that way. They're thinking forward, me, mine. And it's really sad to see people that way. You see children that act that way, and it's part of growing up. Anyway, I think that when you get into your 30s, cutting in line should stop. I think it should stop before then, but I think that's when the humility can kind of come into a really beautiful concoction. You're having kids, you have a career, and you understand a lot more about the world. You're not so self-centered. That's how it should be. So, you know, if we would all just be a little more aware of what's going on, love God with all your heart, love your neighbor as yourself, things wouldn't be like this. This woman flipped out. She threw a temper tantrum. She left. And then I got a dirty look from somebody on the way out because I was sticking up for her. And then the cashier wouldn't speak to me because they thought I was like with her or something. And the people that cut her in line as I was leaving, they were talking crazy passive aggressive trash after she left. Be like, if you didn't do anything wrong, you don't have anything to say. You would just turn around and look at that person and be like, "Whoa, geez, they're having a bad day." But if you did something wrong, you're going to feel like you owe an explanation. And I think it's just time we grow up and start loving each other a lot more. I think it's written on everyone's heart, just like Charlie Kirk said, a moral code, you know, according to the Spirit. And we should all stop ignoring that. But keep a mini Bible on you, or a few, because you never know when someone might need one, and it could and should change their life forever. Everything matters. Stay blessed up.